Okay. Shit. How to take a serious topic and turn it fucking hilarious. 101. Welcome to class, everyone. I'm your teacher for today, and our first example of a great piece of literature that properly utilizes this technique is Harry Turtledove's work in the Balance World War series. All these books I've been reviewing have fucking crazy titles. I mean, it's got like 15 titles. God damn them. God damn them, those damn dirty lizards. If you've been a long-time connoisseur of my works, then you'd know that I like to spend some time on the alternate history and time travel books. This is not so much alternate history or time travel, this is more like insane science fiction. If you don't know the plot or premise or anything about this book, aliens invade during World War II, that will be all, thank you. Now you may be asking yourself, well, host, what in God's name, what in the good Christ's name is this bullshit? I thought I was reading a book about the Second World War. I wanted a very serious and in-depth look of the life of a soldier in the Second World War. I didn't want this crazy nonsense about aliens and stuff like that in my World War II book. What the heck am I reading? Well, my friend, I'm glad you asked. Because I'm going to tell you something very interesting. I have no idea what you're reading. I am not you. So stop asking me these questions. Now, like any good sci-fi or really alternate history books that I've looked at, it contains a wealth of sequels. 7 more, in fact. There's 8 in the entire series. Let me tell you, if I ever get to reviewing the last book, woo! Woo, boy! Woo! That shit is crazy. That's a whole other topic. Down the road. I'm not reviewing the last book, though I would very much want to. Very sweet. No. This is the first book. Now, within these hollowed pages are a wealth of very interesting and hilarious hilarity. Jesus Christ. Like all books I review, I would recommend it. I don't read books that I don't think are interesting. That's a very important thing about me, okay? I only read books I think are interesting. And I have a pretty good eye for what I think is interesting. Sometimes the series may lose my interest for a little bit, and I'll put it down and I'll forget about it. But after a while, I'll pick it up again. I think I read this whole series, 8 books in all, in about a month. Because of the premise. It's so fucking weird and so fucking interesting. Aliens invade during World War II. Everybody who is involved, all the guys, they have to team up and kick these lizard people's asses back to Kingdom Come. What's gonna happen after the war? How's this gonna shape the entire world? Is what I would say if I was looking at it in a more serious light, but this is not a very serious book, I wouldn't say. I mean, you can't be a serious book if you take the premise of World War II and then just have aliens invade. I don't know why, but aliens make everything 100% more silly. You can't have a not silly alien anything. I recently watched the movie, what was it? Dark Skies or something like that? It's about aliens being spooky, but it wasn't spooky. It was funny. It was a lot of funny shit. It wasn't very spooky. Aliens make everything funnier. So when you have people freaking out about aliens, it just makes you think of like tin foil hats and Alex Jones. Making the frogs gay! Harry Turtledove. Awesome name, by the way. Really, Mamma Mia. That's a spicy meatloaf. Harry Turtledove is a very interesting name. And he's a very interesting author. I quite like his books, in fact. I do. Even though this is... this is my first foray into his work. Is this. But I have to say, I like his writing style. And he makes some more serious... He makes more serious books. I mean, I'm reading his other series, Southern Victory, which is what if the South won the Civil War. So, and that's more serious than this. I don't know, was he having fun? Was he having a little joke? Was he making a little laugh? Harry, were you making a little laugh with this? I don't know, it was some time ago, it was like 15 years ago. So, I don't know, who knows what you were doing, but even though it has a silly premise, this is some quality stuff. It's got some funny shit in here. Further down the line, it gets a little funny. It gets a little goofy. But I like goofy. Sometimes I don't like goofy, but I like goofy in this. This is some goofy stuff, but it's also some quality stuff as well. So, you know, if you like that kind of stuff, hey, pick it up. You know, what's the problem here, boss? We're just having a little goof. We're just having a little funny. Come on now. Like in his other books, and really what I'm thinking about in a lot of other sci-fi books of the same ilk. This book falls around a collection of different main characters, each with their own personality and backstory, and to give a whole rounded idea of the world as a whole. So, you know, you might have a guy in the US and he's fighting there, and you get to see, you know, the perspective of that, and then you have a German guy, and maybe you have a person from Russia and a few other people, you know, in Britain and stuff, and maybe you throw in a few aliens here and there, just get their side of the story. So all together you get it kind of, you know, you get an all-around big picture of what's going on, what everybody thinks about it. Which I think it's a good way to structure this kind of story. I mean, it's not about, you know, there's some storylines that don't pay off, you know, further down the line, but it's not really so much about any one person's story, but the whole world look at the situation, you know? What everybody thinks about the war. What everybody thinks about aliens invading. Shit. Why? I recommend this book highly. You know, if you like sci-fi, hell yeah. If you like, I guess this would kind of be alternate history, as it's an alternate history of our world. If you like that kind of stuff, hell yeah. If you want to go out on a limb and just get it, yeah, I would get it. I just opened to a random page. I haven't read this book in a little bit, but I just opened to the random page and I remembered a really funny story. What a shitty day to be one of the people in this book. But yeah, I would highly recommend this book. I do definitely want to review some of the other books in this series, because I think they have some very interesting things to offer. You ever get a hold of a copy? Go ahead and get it. And it gives you great insight about how to fight aliens. And this is one of the main problems I have. It's not even a problem with the book. It's a problem with people, okay? In our society in general. Why is it looked down on if you say that you were abducted by aliens? But it's not looked down on if you say you had a religious experience, okay? We have no definitive proof of aliens, But I think it is highly likely that there is other life in our galaxy. And yet there is a social stigma attached to saying that you believe in aliens. There is something inherently funny and silly about aliens. And I think it is due to American and generally culture as a whole. Aliens are being oppressed. So we need to stop with the alien racism, okay? Hating someone because of their race. Humans are a race. We are a race of human beings. Another alien species would be a race as well. They would be their own race, correct? It wouldn't be speciesism, it would be racism against aliens. It would be xenophobia. The xenos being the aliens, correct? Am I crazy here? Are we getting our phrases mixed up, right? Yeah, I'm right. No, yeah, I'm right. Everyone else is wrong, but I'm right. It's racism. Yeah, I'm right. Hell, I've been right all along. Don't you just love that feeling when you find out that you're right all along? It's a wonderful feeling, let me tell you. I've never felt anything so good in my life. Knowing that I am correct and everyone else is a stupid idiot. Dumb fucking... Fuck! That will do it for this episode of the book review. I've been your host. That's gonna be it for this book review. Try not to get anally probed anytime soon. I've heard it's not very fun. So I don't think you want to do that. Nope. No siree. Keep your fingers out of my bum, please.